good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. How are you? So, guys, before we get going, I'm going to keep this punchy, fast, live. I'm used to I'm one of AMZ's experts, official ambassadors. I teach Amazon. I have Amazon myself. I sell on TK Maxx, lots of different platforms. But mainly, I'm passionate about brands. I love creating brands. That's what I do best. And I just wanted to give you some loads of tips tonight. Or this afternoon from wherever you're from. My name is Kelly and I have been selling on Amazon for many, many years. But I also sell in retailers as well. So I'm a little bit unique. Why Amazon and why now? Well, look, it's pretty easy to get started. If you are thinking of starting a business, if somebody was thinking of starting a hairdressing salon or a nail bar or a bricks and mortar business, you would have loads of startup costs. You'd have to get your rent, you'd have to get staff, you'd have PAYE, you'd have like all your wages to pay. It's really, really expensive. So an Amazon business in comparison to a normal business is pretty inexpensive to start. You've got your software costs, maybe some mentorship, and just the cost of your first products. Of course, there's some little costs like trademarks and things like that. But on the whole, it's very inexpensive to start and you can do it from home. What I always encourage my students to do is do it in your spare time in the beginning. Put the hours in the evening. It's a lot of time in the beginning because you've got to learn a new method, a new methodology. But once you learn those steps, you can rinse and repeat as many times as you want. So you can keep your full-time job, get some money, okay? And then once the money starts coming in, you can then maybe go down to part-time. But you can definitely do this in your spare time. So the FBA model is what I teach. It means fulfilled by Amazon. I teach the method where we make the product at the factory. We then send it directly from the factory into one of Amazon's fulfillment centers, okay? They then will scan it with the FBA label, they'll store it, and when you get orders, they'll pick it, pack it, ship it. They'll even do the customer service. Now, over 80%, actually 89% at last count of sellers, private sellers like you and me, are using the Fulfilled by Amazon method. There's only a very, very small portion doing FBM, which means Fulfilled by Merchant, okay? It's much easier to do the FBA model. You don't have to have your own warehouse. You don't have to go and pack every single item and ship it. And it makes it a lot more professional. You also get Prime. 300 million customers worldwide are using Amazon, and it is a phenomenal platform that you can just have your products put in front of that amazing audience. Amazon pays into your bank every 2 weeks. So once you get started and you get over that initial 30 days, you get paid every 2 weeks. And we know now that 85% of young consumers buy at least one item a week. Now, I know that to be true because I've got 3 children and one's 17, and she definitely buys at least one product a week. What does that tell us about young consumers? Well, it's telling us that, this is where they are shopping. Okay, online is where it is at, because who knows what's going to happen in the future to, our high streets, our malls, our wherever we shop, our towns, our villages. And we know that the eyeballs are in Amazon, the eyeballs are online, so we have to be part of it. Amazon's got over 2 million active sellers, and there's 9 million sellers registered, but that means either 7 million people haven't made it work on Amazon FBA, or they're waiting in the wings to get started. There's 300 million shoppers. So there's never going to be as many sellers as there are buyers because it is growing at the rate of knots. Andrew, AMZ, I'm going to talk to you all about AMZScout in a second. So a few more stats. 81% of people start searching online for their products versus the high street. So again, more evidence that we have to be selling online. And 8 out of 10 people that have Amazon Prime actually search within Amazon for Prime. versus searching on Google. Just as a quick show of people that have Prime, how many people here have Prime? Give me a 1 in the chat. How many people have Prime? Wow, that is a lot of people have Prime. So you imagine 300 million of those people have Prime. If you're not in FBA, you won't get Prime. And so many people want their products by Prime. So it's super, super important. And when you think it is a small percentage of your money you do pay to FBA, but when you think it's for your warehousing staff, your picking, your shipping, your packaging, it's actually not that bad. Okay, and we'll get on to how much we get charged in a little while. So look, this masterclass for you tonight is for you if you're looking for a new opportunity. Perhaps you're a little bit stuck on your Amazon journey. Perhaps you're looking to build your own brand. You want to find a better way to earn money. You want that constant income stream. Then Amazon is for you. And if you choose an automated Amazon business, it can really future-proof your income within for the next 5 years. What I mean by that is Amazon and online is not going away. It's only growing. It doesn't matter if you're selling in Germany, the States, the UK, wherever you are selling, it is only growing. People want convenience more and more. A lot of people are working from home. They want the products delivered. They just want to get that product, instant gratification. Go online, order it, boom, it's there the next day. So if you can get this business right, if you can take this time to really find the right winning product, then you will succeed. And all you need to do is repeat it again and again. And we'll touch on later, if you've got a certain figure in your head per day or per month, what you want to earn, then that is going to be your goal with every single product you look at. It doesn't have to be something you're passionate about, that you love. It can just be a cash flow product. Some of my students start with a cash flow product first, and then they move on to the passion product. So you really can have a predictable income stream. You can be anywhere in the world, and you can be in control of your own destiny. So tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are, I'm going to teach you my 4 secret steps to success on Amazon, my insight into what goes into choosing a good product, and what traps you should avoid, how to make sure your product will be profitable, and how to automate it. And as I said, once you've got the system down, you can rinse and repeat it as many times as you want to get your financial freedom goal. So, as I said, it's a really good business if you really want to have that stable income, if you want to future-proof your income for the next 5 years. It's an inflation-proof business for sure. But again, it's all about picking the right product. Andrew, you're absolutely right. And it can be a disaster if you pick the wrong product. Absolutely. But hopefully with my steer and training, you will pick the right product. So let me just tell you a little bit about who I am. Just a little couple of minutes. I'm not going to show me, skiing and holidaying and all of that stuff, but just a little bit about my background. As I said before, during COVID, I realized how many people were stuck for jobs, got sacked, got ill. Lots of families were struggling with different things. And I really thought to myself, I want to help people realize that everybody can earn a living, and it doesn't matter who you are, what age. Everybody, I believe, has a winning product within them. And it was really then I thought that I wanted to start teaching Amazon after being in product for 18 years. So I've been married for over 20 years. I've got 3 children. These are my reason that I, work so hard every single day. But I wanted to say, I don't have a business degree. I have been in business for quite a long time, but I used to be a professional dancer, and I don't have a degree in business. I met my husband, and together we grew our salon business and makeover studios. And out of that, I started my first brand that I've sold. I started my makeup brand, an award-winning makeup brand that I was lucky enough to start with 5 products and create it to have over 100, 150 SKUs actually. And I was lucky enough to sell this in many, many countries, including QVC as well as Amazon, you know, the shopping TV channels. And it became a globally award-winning, recognized brand. The reason I tell you this is not to show off, but to sort of say to you, look, anything is possible. At the beginning of the journey, you never really know what's going to unfold. You don't know where it's going to take you. Okay, so you just need to get started. You need to take that next step. So whatever that step is for you, maybe you already do it, but you need to refine it. Maybe you need to do more research. Maybe you're right at the very beginning and you're going through product selection. So no matter where you are, just every day, take a little step forward, even if it's opening an LLC, even if it's registering a trademark, even if it's learning another module, even if it's finding a mentor, whatever you do, you've just got to keep taking that next step. And that's what I did. And I was lucky enough to be on QVC in Germany, in Italy, the UK, and I was in the States on Shop NBC and Canada and all over. But again, I couldn't have done this when I first started out. It was just learning on the jobs. And then we had our own stores, Debenhams and House of Fraser. And now I still sell in stores, but not makeup. I sell more tech. And I work also, obviously, with Amazon, and we're selling online. And we also make lots of products for other brands, because guess what? When you understand products and you understand private label, you can really do anything. You can really make any product. You understand certification, you understand factory, you understand manufacturing, and it's really, really the same. It doesn't matter if you're making hair products, if you're making skincare, you know, the ruling around FBA, CPSRs, PIF files, it's all the same, okay? And today I'm lucky enough to be still working, obviously, with all these brands and with you here tonight. So I'm hoping to give you some great bits of advice. Some figures from the stores we run on Amazon. We look after other people's brands as well. So we've got really incredible growth in our Amazon businesses. And this is because the eyeballs alone are growing on Amazon. So if you have a good product, and the one thing that I would say is the customer is king. On Amazon, the customer is centric to everything. You cannot pull the wool over somebody's eyes. You have to make sure the product is king, that it is brilliant, that there's nothing wrong with the product. Because if you try to launch an under par product on Amazon, you will never, ever win, because the customer has to love the product. The customer has to want to buy your brand again. So if you always put them in the front of your mind when you're creating the product, I promise you, you will always win. More figures, another brand up 103% on last year. And we do a lot of pet products. Pets do really, really well. For those of you who love pets, pet business is brilliant. You know, making some really good figures on here. So I'm going to start. I'm going to reveal my 4. Obviously, I've got lots of secrets. Okay, there's lots of steps. There's lots of things after 18 years of being in product, but I'm going to outline the top 4. The top 4, even if I never see or hear from you again, and you go away and you go on your Amazon journey, just to think that I've hopefully shown you 4 things. So who is ready for my secret number 1? This is the first secret that I would tell anybody who is looking to launch a product on Amazon, that is thinking, do you know what? I'm definitely doing this Amazon FBA business. That is, you know, what I want to do. Secret number 1 is to always use a research tool. So, of course, I'm here with, oh my gosh, the ones are like lighting up. The ones, oh my God, there's so many ones. The first thing that you need to do is you need to use a tool like AMZScout. If you haven't got it, guys, download the free tool. Okay, you can make sure you're in the Chrome browser. Go to AMZScout, download the free Pro extension, okay, and use it. And I'm going to show you how to use it, okay? Now, if you are trying to launch a product, to find a product that is brilliant, but you're not using software, that is rule number one, guys. Stop what you're doing. Don't stop putting it into spreadsheets, because you will fail. Okay, I've been doing this for years. The reason that I like AMZScout, and you know, they're not paying me to be here tonight. I'm doing this because I genuinely like the software. I can pick any software to use, and I'm choosing AMZScout because for me, especially when you're starting out, the actual niche scores and the PL scores, there's so many great indicators that are just brilliant. And I'll go live and I'll show you all of that stuff as well. But one thing that you also have to look at when you're looking at life cycles of product is to make sure that when you pull out the chart, you need to make sure that the product is still going up. Okay, you don't want to see your product declining, because products do have a life cycle, a little bit like us. There is a time when they're growing and maturing, but you want to make sure you're not getting in when the product is in decline. Okay, and I'll talk a little bit more about this. So when you go to Amazon, if you are launching in the US, it would be Amazon.com. You type in what you're looking for and you hit the Pro extension tool, okay? It will pull up something that looks a little bit like this. Now, at the beginning, you think, oh my God, what are all these numbers? Let me give you a few things to look for, okay? The first thing you need to look for as new sellers is you need to look here to the niche score, okay? Everybody see the niche score up here? That niche score needs to be 7 or above. Can you see it's 6 here? So they've looked at bubblegum. Obviously, you'd never sell bubblegum, guys, okay? But you need a niche score over 7. 7 will be green. 7, 8, 9 is perfect. The higher, the better. What it means, if you click onto the niche score, it will give you a description about why it's a 9, okay? And it's made up of 3 things, okay? So first thing you're looking for is that niche score. The other thing that you're looking for when you look at PL for private label, you're looking for green down here. So you're looking for 7, 8s, 9s, all down here, okay? Because it will just quickly flag to you, wow, this could be good, okay? You can then go to the side, save them in your trackers, but at a glance, you can see, is this a good product or is this not? Okay, you don't have to really dig any further. Add it to your tracker, come back to it. Add it to your tracker, come back to it. The other things that we're looking for is obviously it's going to give you the organic rank of the product. So we're looking for the top 10, which is relative. The top 10 that you see are relative to the first page of Amazon, and that is where all the eyeballs are. So what you'll see in that top 10 is who are on the first page, and things you need to look for is under brands. You want to make sure there's no brand dominance in category. If there's anything over 4, then forget it. If the same brand, you also need to look at PL scores in green. Look at the price, and I'll give you my take on pricing in a short while. You'll be able to look at the FBA fees, the net margins. Net margins should always be above 66%. That's what we go for. It'll give you your estimated sales. That's your monthly sales. And then you've got your revenue, your number of reviews. Now, if I can see, I know, sorry, you can't see my cursor. I know I'm not using my cursor because on this software, nobody can see it. I apologize for that. Your estimated sales is the amount of sales per month. Your reviews, I'm just moving along the columns, guys. So I've moved from left to right. So at the top, you can kind of see number of reviews. With your reviews, if in the top 10, it's like thousands and thousands in every single number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, forget it. forget it. Okay, you need some reviews there under 100. If there's quite a few under 100, it means there's room in the top 10. If they're all like thousands and thousands, forget it. We look at ratings, we look at LQS. So that's in a nutshell what we look at. Now, obviously, I can't spend too much time going into every bit of detail, but download the tool, okay? It's free for the first however many uses. If you want then to continue to use it, it's literally going to help you so much that you won't believe it. So always, secret number one, download a free tool. The free tool of choice for me, especially for beginners, especially when you're starting out and you're really finding your feet on Amazon, is AMZScout. It is free to download. We've got an amazing deal at the end if you want to stay to the end and get it. It literally will change your life, okay? You can also use it as you get into your Amazon journey on, you know, building your keywords, building your listing. I mean, and the amount of reports that you can get, the trend reports and stuff, it's kind of crazy. Okay, it's almost like, wow. So secret number two, who would like to know what I think is the next secret? Give me a 2 in the chat. When I've done the secrets, guys, I'm going to do a live. I'll share my screen and I'll recap. Okay, I'll try and recap over everything that I've said, and I will see if you can then see my cursor, because I can't actually use the cursor. You can't see it, so I know it's a bit of a shame. Okay, loads of 2s coming through. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Number 2. Number 2 is find a good manufacturer. Thank you for the feedback, guys. Scott, Andrew, you are super keen. Secret number 2 is find a good manufacturer. Now, Alibaba, some people like it, some people loathe it. It's a great sourcing platform. It isn't just from China. You can source from the States, Sri Lanka, you name it, you can source from. If you scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, there's all the different countries at the bottom. You can literally tap into any of the countries and you can source from them. You can also use the left-hand side navigation on Alibaba.com and it will let you literally filter down, okay? The other thing that I would say is if you're using Alibaba for the first time and you're worried about trade in general, like how are they going to take all my money, like all of those kind of questions, make sure that you use a verified supplier. You also buy your initial stock through the Alibaba platform, through Trade Assurance, because that really does assure you and assure your goods that, you know, if anything goes wrong, you can open disputes. So it's pretty safe. Also, the other thing I would say is make sure that the factories are ISO approved, international standards, and are working to the same international standards. It's super, super important. So simply how Alibaba works is you just come on here and type what you're looking for. Just to show you, we were looking at dog beds earlier. And just to show you like all these different dog beds, and then it was super easy to find, you know, brands that we've seen on Amazon. And you would have seen some of these brands exactly the same, but they've just got a big patch with a brand on it. So you literally, once you've found the product on your AMZScout, you must never, ever copycat. So you never just go, oh, God, that's that product. Let me make exactly the same. You have to make changes. You have to make improvements, okay? Read the reviews, see what the people like, see what the people don't like, look at the frequently brought together, get some new ideas. You must never just copy. It's about innovation, not imitation. Remember, what I said to you before is the customer is king on Amazon. If you put them first, they will always win, okay? So it was super easy to find this product. Literally just went on Alibaba. Remember, if you can find it, everyone else can as well. That's why you need to add different nuances, okay? So the first secret was to use AMZ software. The second one was to find a fantastic manufacturer. Alibaba is really good. There's also some other sourcing website like madeinchina.com, Global Sources. There's lots and lots of other platforms like Alibaba. You don't just have to use them. If you are looking at doing skincare and supplements and you're in the States, find a factory that's in the States. It's much easier with anything that's going to be internal or on the skin. So that was my very, very fast secret number 2. And as I said, I will share my screen after and I will show you how to find these products. Who is ready for secret number 3? Give me a 3 in the chat. We've already had AMZScout. We've already had find a great manufacturer. Secret number 3 is all about creating a brand. So look, we took this normal bed and we took it from looking like this. It was the same manufacturer. It looks like a different pattern, but it turned into that. And thank you so much for all the 3s. Thank you. Thank you. So, you know, I do the same with my products. You know, I improve upon them. I might change the packaging. I might add a bag. I might look at what people are buying together, bundle products together. You know, sometimes I do a new manual. I might do a QR code with videos, fast, you know, sort of quick use. I might add something that I'm noticing is coming, like in the trend of a tech, you know, and then package products really nicely. You make sure you've got all of the amazing, make sure you've got all the amazing packaging and the colors. Make sure they look really store ready so that, you know, they really pop and they really look fantastic. So again, it's creating something that's different. You're not just taking somebody's product and copying it, because how would you feel if someone did that to you? And also, if you just compete on the same product, you'll only ever compete on price. As soon as they lower the price, you have to lower the price. But if you've got a branded product, it's completely different. So this is something that you really have to take into consideration. So again, taking a product from this into this, making it easy for the dog to get in, nice patch over the side, nice branding. And it's the same thing here. You know, we have candles in the UK, like I know you do in the US, some like $1, but we also have $50, $60 candles. And why is somebody willing to buy that candle rather than that candle? Well, it's simply because it's more valuable. Maybe it's the ingredients. Maybe it's a triple wick. Maybe it's because it's got thicker glass. Maybe because it's organic and it smells nicer. So when we're putting the branding element of the product together, we're looking at how can we make it different? How can we add value? How can we give the customer delight? Okay. So secret number 3 is about creating that private label brand. And, you know, we've found products on Alibaba and we've improved them, and you can make phenomenal profit. Okay. Phenomenal profit by just thinking differently, reading those reviews, literally reading all the 1 and 2 stars. Yes, sometimes they may be competitors, but they leave clues as to what people like, what people don't like. And if you can improve upon them, then for sure you're going to be on to a winner. So my final secret, guys, is secret number 4. Now, who is ready for the final reveal? And then I'm going to show you this secret, and then I'll share my screen and I'll show you a little bit around the tools so you can see for yourself. For those of you who haven't seen inside AMZScout. Secret number 4. So number 1, if those of you can remember, AMZScout, download the free tool. Number 2 was find a great factory. Number 3 was private label brand. Cool, Kevin, you are going for it tonight, aren't you? And then secret number 4 is all about what somebody said in the beginning, profit. Now, what you find with Amazon is where it's really moved to is that the lower end of Amazon is very, very hard to get in and hard to make money. I'm talking about the $5 products, the $10 products. By the time you've bought thousands of units and you're competing and you've taken off your tax and your cost of goods and the FBA fees and then any returns, the margins literally go dung, 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 dung. And it's almost impossible to make money. So where we've really seen a change is actually products over £30, products over $40, okay? And this kind of middle to higher end market, because we like to use a rule of thirds, a third product costs, a third FBA fees and ad fees, and a third profit. And the bigger the number, so say you're spending $60, we'd be looking to make $20 profit on that product. Now, that's quite a nice bit of profit. You only have to sell 5 products a day to make $100, okay? So you can see how easy this is if you choose the right product. So in my eyes, gone are the days with the $5 and $10 products, because you have to buy thousands and thousands of them to make any money. And there's just so many people trying to get in at that lower end. This is a product that we found just so you can kind of see. This is a collar, and this product has a net margin of 74%, and it's making, so you can see here the product price is $27.05, so $27.5. The product cost is $4. If you take down the product size and the shipping weight, this is all your FBA fees. This is how it's calculated, okay, all of this. FBA fees is $8.22. Profit per unit is 15.28. This product makes over 18,000 a month. So when you think about it, you just need one great product. And, you know, if you want to earn more than this, then fantastic, great. But actually, you know, how much do you want to earn? Do you want to earn 5,000 more a month? Do you want to earn 10,000? And that's really what you're aiming for. So when we're looking at the product in the beginning and we're looking at how much it's turning over and how many units you need to buy, you've got to look at the correlation, because someone will say to me, well, you know, I might take on a new student and they're like, yeah, I want to make 100,000 a month. And I'm like, okay, cool. How much money you got to spend on stock? And they say to me, 2,000. That doesn't correlate. You can't spend 2,000 on stock and expect to make 100,000. Like, that doesn't work. This is a great business, but it is not get rich quick. You have to put in the hard work. You have to put in the work to find the product. Okay. So again, there are products here that have the margins. Yeah. But you can't just bring the same product as someone else is bringing, because they might have 5,000 reviews and you've got 0. Okay. So what's coming next? What are people looking for? And that's the work you need to do. Okay. So it's not a get rich quick scheme. As I said before, my top tips are read the reviews. Okay. Read the reviews, get under the skin of what is going on with your product. So the question I have for you is, what is your financial freedom figure? Okay. So for instance, like I said before, is it 5,000? Is it 10,000? And that's really where we start. So I just pulled this off. This is a product in the UK, just a quick example. This is a 5-tier storage unit. So, you know, this is a product that people would use for their garage, their laundry room, you name it. Very, very regular product, £77.99. This product in the UK, about 10 times smaller Amazon than it is in the US, okay, in the UK. This product makes about £3,390 a month, makes, okay, not total sales. So if you're in the UK and you wanted to earn £5,000 a month, this could be a really good product. I'm not saying go do this product, okay, but I just pulled off some figures and I'm like, okay, it's quite a normal product. It's nothing that's kind of difficult. But again, you just got to get it right. So if you wanted to make 5,000 a month, you'll need another £1,609.25. And this is how we make it work from the beginning, okay? Example 2, this cordless vacuum cleaner, £159. We checked everything. Great PL score, 9. Estimated revenue, £98,000 a month. A month, okay? So again, but then you've got to have enough money to buy the stock. You can't have one without the other. So you can't expect, I'm going to do 100 grand, I'm going to make 100 grand, but you've only got £2,000 to buy stock, because obviously it doesn't correlate. So that's also what I want you guys to get in mind, because people will say to me, my students who I private teach or in my mentorship groups or whatever, they'll come to me and they're like, yeah, I want to make all this money, and they don't have the money for stock. Or someone will say, how much money do I actually need for stock? Well, how much money do you want to earn? Like, it's different for everybody. I have people that start with £2,000, £1,500, but I have people that are spending tens of thousands of pounds on stock, making over 100,000. So it's different for everybody. You have to start somewhere. Some people start very small, little by little by little by little, add one more product, little by little by little, add a line extension. Okay, so it really depends. What is your appetite? Estimated profit per month on this product is over 60,000. So it was this one here, the Hoover, yeah? This is it's £159, doing 98. So the cost of goods is about 30,000 with FBA fees, and making 60. Okay. So now I am going to attempt to share my screen. Okay. Hopefully by now you can see my screen. So I typed in dog boots. Did you know there was such a thing as dog boots? I can't believe it. Anyway, I then hit the Pro Extension tool and I came up with this. This is just kind of like randomly. Look, niche score of 8 up here. How amazing is that? So look, high profit, tells you likely to succeed, great demand. Look at the competition. Okay. And then I looked at the PL scores. So particularly these ones that are green. Okay. So these ones, and these ones. So what I would simply do is pull this down here and add it to my tracker and look at the profit calculator, the product history, and really get underneath this if I thought this is what I wanted to launch. So we've got brand names. So top 10, brand dominance. No brand dominance here. 9. I look at the pricing. Again, is it over $40? Well, look, yes, some of them are. This one's kind of there, isn't it? This one is. That's okay. FBA fees, your net margin, over 66. Again, at the moment, I'm just sanity checking. This is the amount of units. So you've got to have this money to buy the stock. This is the revenue. Reviews. Have we got under 100? Yes. 1, 2. Okay. And then 1 under 500. Okay. So. And then ratings. Okay. So we've got a 3.9. Okay. That's number 12. 3.8. An LQS here of 70, 72. This is out of 100. So we know we can improve the listing quality. Okay. But at a glance, we've got quite a lot of information, haven't we, here? Yeah. And we can also see when these sellers launch. So these are new sellers. May this last year, April last year. These have got a bit more history. Okay. So that's what I would be doing. And I would be adding them to my tracker. And then I would be going in and I'd be looking at more and more details. Okay. What's really great about the full software is that, I'm just hoping you can still see my screen, is that you've got loads of things inside the software, okay? You've got the product database. You can actually start searching in this database. So you've got 24 categories. You can include keywords if you want. You can put prices in. You can add more filters, okay? So if you want certain ratings, certain reviews, whatever country you want, you can find products. So It's brilliant. So you can use your Pro extension tool. When you found something, then you can come in here and dig deeper. You've also got these amazing trend reports. You've got monthly trend reports, weekly hot products, loads and loads of things in here as well, like your keywords, your trackers, your list builders. There's really nothing that you can't do inside of the software.